It was the first night in their new apartment, and Emily couldn't shake off the feeling of unease. She and her roommate Sarah had found a great deal on rent, but something about room 13 felt off. The air seemed colder, and shadows danced on the walls in unnatural ways. As they settled in, Sarah noticed an old, ornate mirror tucked away in a corner. It reflected a distorted image of the room, making everything seem warped and eerie. Emily tried to brush off her roommate's concerns, attributing them to moving jitters. But as the nights passed, strange things began to happen. Emily would wake up to whispers in the darkness, words she couldn't quite make out. Sarah complained of seeing figures in the mirror, shapes that shouldn't be there. One evening, Emily decided to confront the mirror. She stood in front of it, staring into the distorted glass. Suddenly, the whispers grew louder, forming chilling words. "Leave this place." Terrified, Emily stumbled backward, only to see Sarah's reflection standing behind her, mouthing the same warning. They both knew then that room 13 held secrets they couldn't comprehend. They packed their bags the next day, leaving the mirror and its whispers behind. Story 2. The Haunting Laughter. Greg moved into his new apartment excitedly. His roommate Jake seemed friendly and easygoing. But as weeks passed, Greg noticed peculiar behaviors in Jake. He would often laugh maniacally in his room, late into the night. Initially brushing it off as a quirky habit, Greg soon realized there was something sinister about Jake's laughter. It echoed through the walls, sending shivers down Greg's spine. He started avoiding Jake, spending most of his time outside the apartment. One stormy night, Greg returned home to find the apartment unusually quiet. No laughter echoed from Jake's room. Concerned, Greg knocked on the door, but there was no response. With growing dread, he pushed the door open. The room was empty, except for a mirror on the wall. Greg approached it cautiously, his reflection staring back at him. Suddenly, the laughter erupted again, but this time, it was coming from the mirror. Greg's reflection grinned wickedly, its eyes glowing with malice. In a panic, Greg smashed the mirror, but the laughter continued, haunting him even after he moved out. To this day, he swears he hears Jake's chilling laughter whenever he passes by a reflective surface. Story 3. The Unseen Roommate. Emma was thrilled to find a spacious apartment within her budget. Her roommate, Lisa, was rarely home due to her demanding job, leaving Emma to enjoy the space alone. But soon, strange occurrences began to unfold. Every night, Emma would hear footsteps in the hallway as if someone were pacing outside her door. When she checked, there was no one there. The sensation of being watched grew stronger with each passing day. One evening, while home alone, Emma decided to investigate. She followed the sound of footsteps to a locked door at the end of the hallway. No key could open it, and Lisa claimed she didn't have access to that room either. Determined to uncover the mystery, Emma researched the apartment's history. She discovered that the building had been a boarding house decades ago, and one tenant had mysteriously disappeared from room 237. Armed with this knowledge, Emma confronted Lisa about the locked room. Lisa's expression turned pale as she whispered, "That room is haunted. I've heard the footsteps too." Together they decided to leave the apartment, unwilling to coexist with an unseen roommate from the past. These 3 true creepy roommate horror stories serve as a reminder that sometimes the scariest things are the ones we share our living spaces with, hidden in plain sight.